Hi, I'm Jesse, and in this episode we're going to be talking about the Elecwave hands-free and streaming audio kit.
Now, let's review.
So this is a pretty interesting device. It's obviously this goes into your cigarette lighter, and then this pops out of here and has an aux port plug. So here's how it works. So this part plugs into your cigarette lighter. It's got two USB ports, so whatever you're charging in your car, you can do that. So that gets plugged in. Then this goes directly into your car's auxiliary port, and then once you turn it on, it connects to the Bluetooth of your phone and is able to route the Bluetooth music into the device and out the port into your car to play music. So as you can see, the device has a little pause, play, and phone button. So the phone button means that it has a microphone built into this, which allows you to do hands-free calling through this device. So what that means is wherever your auxiliary cable is, wherever that plugs in, is where this is going to sit, and that's wherever the microphone is going to be. It might be a better position than wherever your phone is mounted, or maybe it's just sitting in a cup holder. So maybe this is an advantage, but maybe it's a disadvantage. Do you think you're going to be doing a lot of hands-free calls in your car? That's totally up to you, but it does allow you to do that. And then when you're not using it, I guess you put it back on here and it charges the battery in this device. So I've been trying this for a couple days. I leave this plugged into my aux port in my car, and I'm able to Bluetooth connect to it and play music through it. So it definitely works. But I have a problem with it, and that is, what about charging it? Because to charge, I can't be plugged in because it has to go in here. So to charge this, I need to be basically listening either to the radio or silence in order to charge it. I think it's kind of the biggest flaw of this device. Second problem I have with this device is that it can easily be replaced by just a simple aux cable. Any aux cable can do everything that this can do. So any 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch wire can plug this into your phone, plug the other end into your car, and you're doing exactly what this device does. Which makes me wonder why have this thing that I now have to charge. I mean, I must say overall it sounds great. I think it gives me a little volume boost, which is quite nice because my phone isn't the loudest, but I am having trouble understanding what the point of it is, especially once this battery, I'm sure, is gonna run out. It says it only takes about 2.5 hours to charge, but there's literally no other way for me to charge this device other than putting it in my cigarette lighter and plugging that into my car. And, well, why? I think it's a pretty okay addition to a car, but let's face it, if your car has an aux port, you're pretty much set in terms of music. Like, it's not a big deal to go buy a $7 aux cable. But let's go through this here. So for performance, I would give this an 8. I've used it, I've plugged it in, played Bluetooth, listened to it. It's nice, it gives a nice boost to my volume, which I very much appreciate. However, sometimes, and it's very rarely, it's about once every 10 minutes, it will sort of cut. For a fraction of a second, it'll cut out and you'll have that sort of classic Bluetooth speaker sound where the Bluetooth didn't quite work for that split second. So that's why I'm giving it an 8 instead of 10, otherwise it absolutely would have gotten a 10. All right, so for features, I'm gonna say that this is a 7. The one thing that you are doing, the one thing that this does replace is plugging in your phone every single time you get into your car. So if you don't like doing that, if you just want to leave it in your pocket, I don't know how you're going to start to play the music, but let's say that that's not an issue. So I'm going to give it a 7, mostly because I don't quite understand what the point of having this cigarette lighter part of it is. I mean, obviously it needs to charge, but why not bring this part into my house, charge it, and then bring it back out to my car? That's the only, because when I'm charging this, I can't listen to music. Unless I have an aux cable, but then why not always have the auxiliary cable? All right, moving on to quality, I'm gonna give this a 10. The quality feels excellent. The magnetic thing right here, that feels great. The USB ports feel great. Cigarette lighter feels great. And the button on top feels pretty good. I haven't had much trouble with it. It connected to Bluetooth rather easily. So at the time of recording, this costs $22 on Amazon. That is with the deal. It usually costs $40. I'm not sure if that's necessarily true or if there's always a sale that brings it down to about $27. So let's talk about value. This can be replaced by a $6 auxiliary cable. It costs $22. Is it worth it to you to get in the car and have this automatically connect? That's up to you. If so, then it's absolutely worth it, and I would give it a rating of about 9 for value. It's just exactly what it needs to do. It does a pretty darn good job. I'd give it a 9. Now, if you are the kind of person who wants to save as much money as possible and, would be fine using, either a $6 or maybe free, maybe borrowed auxiliary cable, then I would say that the value would probably be like 5 or so. It's a luxury item at that point. Hopefully this was a helpful review of the Elecwave hands-free and streaming audio kit.